Pressure is mounting on Sudan to pardon a teenage bride who has been sentenced to death for killing her husband. The United Nations and international rights groups said the 19-year-old is a victim of child marriage and acted in self-defense. Noura is facing the death by hanging after a Sharia court found her guilty of premeditated murder for stabbing her husband as he raped her in April. Hussein says she refused to have sex with her husband after the wedding ceremony. 6 days later, he raped her as 3 of his male relatives restrained her. The following day, he tried to rape her again. As the girl struggled to stop him, she stabbed him and he died. She was sentenced to death on Thursday.
في السودان نسبته حوالي 37%.
Child marriages in Sudan are about 37%, and all these are crimes and wounds on the bodies of the girls and women in Sudan. We do not justify the killing, and we don't want to destroy the institution of marriage, but the essential principles and value of marriage is love and mercy. We cannot call the marriage of Noura legal.
The death sentence did not portray the whole image and just looks at the case as a woman killing her husband without any consideration to her psychological conditions which forced her to kill. Yes, killing is one of the biggest crimes, and nobody accepts the killing of a person by another, but we should review the case from the beginning to see why this happened.
Well, Hussein's lawyers say they are preparing to appeal the court's decision. They have until May 25th to do so. For more insight on the case, joining us now by phone from Richmond, Virginia, is Wafa May Elamin, a global liaison humanitarian activist. Welcome to Africa 54, Ms. Elamin.
Hi, Vincent. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Now, we saw that there was there's been some action here in the United States in trying to save the life of this young lady. Tell us what prompted you to organize some activity here in the U.S.
Yeah, so it came to my attention. I'm a heavy member in the D.C. metropolitan area diaspora community, and it was brought to attention in one of the channels that we all discuss on that this was an issue that was happening, and there seemed to be a lot of people who were also fueled and passionate about it and who are also seeing the importance of demanding justice for Noura. So I kind of took it upon myself to kind of cultivate these people who are interested in collaborating and working together and finding a way to raise awareness about it. We heard about it from the social media campaign. That's where the hashtag Justice for Noura it's starting to be more trending. That's what's helped us get the attention of a lot of media around the world. We've connected with people globally, Sydney, London, UAE, and it's just continuing to grow, and we're increasing momentum. But we really do just want to. The main goal of the campaign is to be able to raise awareness to the fact that this is not an isolated incident just to Noura herself. It's not only happening in Sudan. It's happening globally, and even more so than that, it's a fight for humanity. It's a call to action from humanity, and one of the other things in that is, I'm just really trying to promote within my working group and across the world and on the platform that I'm using through social media to promote forgiveness and acceptance and compassion because, while we are fighting for humanitarian change, we can't dehumanize other people in the process.
And we know that there's so many cases like this, and many times there are protests and other events organized to pressure governments. To what extent do you think the government in Khartoum will pay attention to your voices?
I really think that, with the global attention we're getting and the raising awareness, we're not only raising awareness on a global level, we've also raised awareness within the country itself. So, it's the bottom-up approach to really just get the people on board, have discussions and dialogue. So we did organize. I was one of the lead people who helped facilitate a rally. So we are promoting people around the world. If you want to organize rallies, do so. We're straying away from using divisive language such as protests or demonstrations or anything like that, and we're just calling it rallies to raise awareness and do that. So with those, you get the attention of media, you get the attention of international organizations who could have an impact, just by raising awareness. That just really shows the power of human capital and what we can do as a society to bring attention to issues around the world to hopefully impact something that more global conversations and discussions to gain a better understanding for why these things happen traditionally and culturally and respect those traditions as well, but also
exactly.
Move forward
and
and
we're happy that this is happening in the case of this lady, and we hope other people can also be included in the future.
Yes, definitely.
We thank you very much, Ms. Wafa, and we appreciate you joining us. That's Wafa May Elamin, who joined us from Richmond in Virginia.